Welcome to episode one of, well, I'm not really sure what this is, but this is me and John trying to make something that gives you a little bit more value as a ukulele learner. I'm Dave. I'm the guy behind Ukulele Go. And John, I'll let you do your own intro.
I'm John from John's Ukulele, and I specialise mostly in fingerstyle and accompaniment ukulele. So we're going to have a look at perhaps a few more interesting ways of playing the songs that you know and that you're having fun with just strumming. But let's have a look at doing some more, maybe some more interesting techniques.
So John seems to spend all his time making songs even more difficult to play, while I do the complete opposite and try and make songs even simpler to play. So this is going to be, hopefully, quite an interesting duo to learn from.
Yeah.
So today we've picked a song, haven't we, John? We've picked "Can't Help Falling in Love with You" by UB40. No, not really by UB40, by Elvis Presley, and covered more recently by 21 Pilots.
Yeah.
Why did we pick it, John?
Because of its broad appeal. It's a classic song. Everybody of my generation and older even will know this song. It came from Elvis's film Blue Hawaii in 1961, so it's a big classic. But because of the 21 Pilots version, which is what, 3 or 4 years ago, or maybe more.
I don't. Do you know what? I don't even know, but it's been big. I know that.
But just checked it out on YouTube. It's got more than 150 million views. So and it's a good beginner song for ukulele players because it's got those classic chords, the famous 4 chords in it. So that's a good choice. I think everybody's going to be.
Yeah, and one of the things that I often find with songs like this is it's quite easy to play them in a very, very basic way and then just sort of finish there. And we're going to try and do a bit more than that today, aren't we?
Yeah, which is why it's a good beginner song. But it's a nice song, so it could be, you could actually make it sound more, or make it more challenging, if you like, for those who've got a higher level or a better level, who want to push the limits a little bit. So
I'm slightly nervous because John's going to be putting me through my paces here, but we'll see how that goes.
Okay, all right. Well, do you want to just start by doing what you'd normally do? I mean, what any sort of like, low level beginner intermediate players going to start off with, just with the strumming. So
yeah. So if you're watching
the song,
if you're watching anyone around the web, they're going to be playing a pretty basic version of this, which is it's in 3/4 timing. Although we've had a big debate about this.
We both had a look on the internet, and we saw that most of the official sort of sheet music versions are in common time, 4/4 time. And that just depends on how you split it up. And even if that's the case, it has a triple time feel to it. Okay, so you can feel like it's a 1 2 3 1 2 3, or even 6/8 time. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6, and that's definitely how you would pick it. Okay, so go ahead and show me what you do.
Okay, so I'll just run through the first few chords. So we start with a classic C, into an E minor, A minor, and then an F. And I'm just going to leave it there for now, just to show you kind of what I guess you'll learn if you're anywhere else, which would be. I'm going to stop there. Go on.
I think you rushed to the change to the F chord there. I think you missed like half a bar.
Is there? Oh, really?
Yeah. Go slow.
Let's do it again then. Let's do it again.
Now change. That's it.
Right, I'm going to leave that there. So it gets quite boring quite quickly just playing that. That is the way that what's his name? Tyler. What's his surname? I should know his surname. Tyler from 21 Pilots plays it.
Yeah, let's just call him Tyler.
Well, yeah, he can just have a first name. That's fine. So that's the way he plays it, and he plays a really sort of pared back version of it.
Yeah.
And so I've been listening to it over and over again, both the Elvis version and the 21 Pilots version. I think it's quite a hard song to dress up because of its simplicity. I think it's not the easiest song to sort of add to in some respect because I think it takes away a little bit. But you had a few thoughts on mixing the strumming pattern up a bit, didn't you?
Yeah, I think because it's a slow song, you're not going to start changing the strumming pattern drastically by adding extra things, like Feng E might do with start thrashing it about. I don't think that's really appropriate for this song. Now, when you've got a triple time like that, what I like to do is that I'm going to do maybe one bar exactly the same as you. So down, 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 and then the second bar just 3 downstrokes. So you really feel that triple time. So go down, 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 down. That gives you a nice, kind of nice sort of flowing, almost like a waltz. Not exactly. So that's one idea.
Yeah, that splits it nicely because it's, to me, songs like this, it's always just anything you can do to just add a little bit of variation. Because if you're just singing over the top,
yeah,
it's fine. But that's all it's ever going to be, I suppose.
Yeah, that's it. Right, now the other thing that I suggested, and you posted this on your Instagram recently, was it was an alternative C chord up here. Now that C chord is great. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. Everybody should have it in their repertoire of chords, because you've got the low C.
For everyone watching, that is 0087.
Yeah. That chord's brilliant because you've got the low C in your bass, and you can play all the way up to G here, to G, all the way up to E, and even all the way up to G. All right, now, so what I would say with this particular song, and if we're playing it in 6/8 time, let's just imagine that we're playing it in this triple time, where he sings, wise man. What you have is you have one word and one note for each bar, which means it's quite easy to make it into chord melody. So where I'm going to sing wise here, and this is an E minor, which is 0, 7, 7, 10.
Yep.
Okay, and then the next one, which is A minor, come back to that your standard A minor, but playing the C on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. So now you've got 2, 0, 0, 3, and you actually have the melody. So now you've got.
Yeah, it's such an improvement that straight away. Such an improvement
already. Yeah, you're only playing the notes that you're singing, so it doesn't actually make it that much more sophisticated, but it does add a lot of interest to it. All right.
Yeah, that sounds great. That's really good.
You can do that for the rest of the verse. And then from the A minor here, I'm going to switch to another A minor, which is 5, 4, 5. 5, 4, 5 open is an A minor chord. Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to transition by adding the note D on the 5th fret of the 1st string. So I've got 5, 4, 5, 5. Okay, and then moving up my little finger to E, which is also an E minor chord. Into the F. Sorry, I've just forgotten which chord came next. All right, so I'm going to go. All right, so I'm going to go wise men fail. All right, now into my new E minor shape, A minor shape. Play the melody and slide up to make an F chord, barred across the 5th fret.
Yep.
With my little finger on the 8th fret of the 1st string. Okay. That's it. Back to my nice C here on the. Okay, so 0, 0, 8, 7, and to G. And in fact, it's not a G; it's a G5.
That is 0, 2, 3, 5. Is that right?
Yeah, because that little finger keeping my pinky there on the D is part of the melody. So now I've got the whole melody. Right, so from the beginning. oops, C. And
okay, let's do it. Let's see if I can do that. So that is starting with
just do the melody first. Okay, don't bother with the strumming. Just one chord for each word.
Okay, fine. Yeah, let's do that. So we're starting with a standard C, and we are up to where did we go after that?
E minor. Okay,
Oh, that was our
0
7 7 10.
10.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Then we were at the, where were we then?
Down to A minor. Just your ordinary A minor, but with a C.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're in the other A minor.
And then move up, that's right.
F.
Yeah.
Then we were at our C. Yeah, that's right.
Down
our
to
C up here.
Yeah.
And then we were dropping back down to
G.
G.
G5 with your little finger on the pinky, on the 5th fret.
Okay, let's see if I can remember that then.
Go on then.
Probably not.
Okay.
Oh, this is where I forget straight away. So we were at, I'm trying to remember the next chord. A minor.
That's A minor.
Yep.
Okay, now you knew A minor to make the transition.
Oh, I've played an E rather than F.
Okay, so
oh, then it's a G. Right, okay. Right, I'm going to do it slowly. Right, okay, I'm starting on that C. I always forget this. Then we are different A minor.
That's right.
F. Then we were, and back to our G. Okay, cool. Yeah, nice. Sounds really good. It adds so much just having those melody notes in. I definitely need to practice this a little bit.
Okay, and now you can, once you've got that down, then you can strum between the notes because you've got one word for each bar. So now we're going to go.
That works really well. And for everyone watching, we will put the tab out with this as well, so that you can take it away and learn it in your own time rather than trying to learn while we're going through this. But that works really well. Is that something that will work across the whole song, do you think?
So we continue that part. So that when you get to the part which is, I can't help falling in love with you, we're going to play just a standard F because we've got the note A is in the melody to G. And this time we're going to go back to our A minor, but with the C on the 1st fret.
Yep.
All right. Now, what I like to do is a variation as well, because I think in the sheet music it tells you to go back to F, is I play a D minor, barred across the 5th fret.
Yep.
And then just move up.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
Okay, you got that? So holding the D minor and using my little finger just to play the notes on the 1st string, E and F.
So that D minor, just to check, is barred across the 5th fret.
Yeah, so 7 5 5 5.
7 5 5 5. Okay, got that.
Play the 2 notes and into the C.
Nice.
And then down to your G with your pinky on the D note here.
Got it.
And then finish with the C.
A standard C?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that works really well. So I'll put this out because I'm never going to get this at speed for everybody and just play through this while we're doing it. But I will keep trying.
Okay, well, so you got the idea. Now, you can't really do chord melody for the second part. Some people call it a chorus, but it's not really a chorus. When it goes...
Yeah.
I don't really see that as a chorus.
That is E minor into B7, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So we've got...
The melody goes B to E to G to B again, so it flicks up an octave, and there's no way I'm going to manage that. I did try it. I was fiddling around with it yesterday, and I did think about playing B here, and then harmonics. What was next? So you go No, it's too much.
That is pushing it. Yeah.
It's just not going to work. So I think you're just going to strum that. And Tyler from 21 Pilots, he stops strumming on the B7, just as one downstroke for the B7. That's really nice.
So we're going E minor into B7. So we're doing the normal strumming pattern for the E minor.
Normal strumming pattern for the E minor, and then just one downstroke for the B7.
Okay, so that would be. Are we doing so? It's. Or do we go for it twice, or is it?
No, I think it's just what. It's just once.
Okay, just once.
You got to think about the lyrics where he goes la 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 la.
Yeah, that would fit better with the lyrics. I'm never going to sing on this, by the way.
I haven't memorized the lyrics, so I don't know that.
John will sing, but you'll never get me singing on this.
All right, and then it drops. So you do that twice. And then some versions have E minor 7 or G6.
So the difference there between the E minor 7 and the G6 is just your index finger on the.
There's no difference.
No difference at all.
It's the same chord. Okay. The sixth note of a G scale is E. Okay, so it's the relative minor, and a G minor 7 has an E minor 7 has an extra D in it. So it's essentially the same chord.
Okay.
Just call it what you want. But in this context, they're calling it E minor 7 because we're already playing E minor. So E minor 7.
And the way you're playing that is 0202, is that right?
Yep, 2020, like the year that we're in. Oh, no, that's not right. No, it's 0202. No. It's the other way around. Sorry.
Yeah, the world was very different back in 0202.
Yeah, 202 AD. Yeah. All right. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, it is 0202. Okay, and then from then, I think he drops down to A7.
That's right, yeah.
To D minor or D minor 7. And D minor 7 is just a D minor chord with your little finger on the C, on the first fret.
Third fret, first string, that's right.
That's right. Yeah. And then finish with a G7. And then you go back into your verse. Okay. You just want to go through that again, then that second part, the B part. So the
Right. So we start with the E minor. I'll just strum once for each one, and then we're into the B7.
B7. Okay.
Back into the E minor. Into the B7. Did you say 3 times or 2? I can't remember.
Twice, and then you go into your E minor 7 G6.
E minor 7 G6.
A7.
A7. Then into a G7, was it?
D
minor 7. D minor 7. Then into the G7.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we'll go back round again, aren't we?
And then we go around again, and that's all there is to it. There's not really much to it this song.
Okay.
Right, so once we've got the structure, and we can actually put the chords up maybe on that white space.
Yeah,
I'll space put, behind me.
One of the spaces, yeah, we'll put the chords up so you can follow.
Yeah. So the other thing then will be you've got some ideas about how to make it into just finger picking accompaniment.
Hoping you can help me with this a little bit. So when I was listening to the Elvis one, you could almost hear an arpeggio. I couldn't even tell what instrument it was actually running through, which just sounded, it fits the sort of 3/4 timing really well. And the pattern I was using, so starting with the C chord, was I was plucking the bass note of the C. So I was playing 3, 2, 4, 1, 4, 2. So that was something like this.
Yeah.
I'll probably not be able to do it now.
That's perfect.
And it sounds quite good, but you actually introduced something to me that I'd never sort of bothered myself about before, which was
maybe I shouldn't have.
Yeah, it's causing me all kinds of problems. Yeah. And that is when you switch chords. Sorry, the sun is blazing down on me.
But lucky you, because we haven't got any sunshine.
You wouldn't think I lived in the north of England. But the concept that you introduced to me was you don't like changing chords when, I guess, the root note is the same. And what I mean by that is when you're, I suppose, let's take C to an F, for example. The transition from C to F, the deepest note in both of those chords is this open C here.
Yeah.
And you sort of introduced that to me, and I can't get away from it now.
It's bothering you
And
now,
that,
is it?
yeah, it does bother me now, and it never bothered me before. It's like, when there's a little annoying noise and you don't really hear it until someone mentions it, and now you've done that, so you've made more work for me.
Sorry,
but this happens with this pattern. So as I was trying to play that, so
yeah, because basically what we're trying to do is playing an arpeggio now. An arpeggio is simply the definition of an arpeggio is a chord that is where each note is played one after the other rather than played at the same time. Okay, now if we play an arpeggio, now the problem with the ukulele was, one, it only has 4 strings. So most of the time you're playing inversions of chords, which means that the root is not the lowest note. And the second thing is that if you've got like a lot of us, and I only play high G ukulele, I don't play low G ukulele. So again, and that makes it almost impossible to always have the root as the lowest note. But that's what you're looking to hear when you're playing arpeggios. Unless you want some other kind of effect, which is perfectly normal in some cases. But if you're just singing along to a song, then the C is perfect because we can hear that we're going from low to high. And we changed to E minor. We've still got our roots as E, which is good.
Yep.
But then we've got 2 notes the same.
So then
we've got 2 Gs.
That one, that one doesn't bother me as much.
No,
it is going to
because
now.
you still got the 3 notes of a minor chord.
It's just that distinction of that root note or that deepest note, which works really well, and it works really well from your C into your E minor.
Yeah, but what bothers me more then is when you go A minor
into the F
to F, because A minor has a C in the root and it has a C in the bass, and F has a C in the bass.
So I was hoping, that's exactly what started bothering me after you introduced me to this concept. So I was hoping you were going to give me a workaround that would remove that problem if there is one possible, if there is a solution.
We're not going to remove the problem in its entirety. I would say that C in the E minor is okay. And what you could move up to playing F as the bass, the lowest note in the F chords, by playing the barred F. So either F like we play a standard E, but 1 fret higher.
Nobody's going to want to do that one just because of the shape of the E. So I think we should go for the barred one. Yeah.
The famous. All right, so go for the barred one. And so you could do that, but then when you get to, would you do the same for? I wouldn't recommend doing it for a G. Just go back down.
Yeah.
And just live with that. Again,
I think
you'll get over it. I mean, it's something that's bugging you right now, but I'm sure it will.
No, it's just in most instances, I'm sure I could let it go. It's just that transition from the A minor to the F.
Yeah.
There's not a lot changes between an A minor and F on a ukulele. You just got 1 note difference.
Yes, but it still changes the feeling of the chord. You can still feel it's an F chord.
I suppose it's just that bass note.
Line. Yeah.
But that to me is, when I was listening to it earlier on, that is the best way to replicate the Elvis version with a ukulele.
Definitely.
With it being a single instrument, to get the most authentic feel for that, I think.
Definitely.
I'd love to be able to play it now, but as soon as you start pressing record on anything, it doesn't work.
Okay. Well, you want me to give you a demonstration? I'll probably make loads of mistakes anyway, so just play the arpeggios. I'm just playing those 4 chords. So what is it then? So now we have. So what? I can't even. Me too. I've forgotten it now. So what is it? So it's there's A minor. Okay, right. So.
So F, G,
A minor.
A minor, you got it, into a D minor, yeah, or an F.
Well, you get the idea.
Yeah. I'm quite impressed that you can even hum while you're finger picking. So
You can't hum when you finger pick.
No, I can sing. I can sing while I'm playing, but I can't sing, if that makes any sense. So I just learned it to sort of automate my playing, but not because I ever want to do it. But I haven't managed to do that over finger picking. It's like patting your head and rubbing your stomach at the same time. It just doesn't work for me yet. I think if I could sing, I'd be able to do it because I'd have a reason to learn to do it. But because I've got this voice that doesn't seem to work over any key at all, it's sort of a bit irrelevant for me.
You ever thought about getting yourself a kazoo?
Who's the guy? There is a guy that does it. Is it Will White from the Ukulele Orchestra of Great Britain? He does a few bits with kazoo.
Oh right, no, I don't know. There was I think he's a Scottish guy who did classic 80s rock song. I think it was Eye of the Tiger and he built his own ukulele with a kind of like a little keyboard on it, and he got a ukulele keyboard and a kazoo, and that was kind of viral video a few years ago. But yeah, lots of people are using kazoos. You could try that just to.
I don't know. It feels like it feels like go to the corner and play the kazoo while everyone else is learning kind of thing. I think I'll just put up with singing on my own or never singing in public ever again.
Right, but
I say again, I've never done it ever. I'm never gonna.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know what when it comes to singing, I always think even the Edge from U2 managed to sing on one song, and he can't sing. So maybe there's still hope for me somewhere.
Well, yeah, even Ringo as well.
Yeah, true. So alongside this video, there'll be tabs. You'll see the chords coming up as well, so you'll be able to follow this. But I think we covered pretty much everything that we wanted to cover for this.
Yeah. What else did we have written down? I think it was the picking, the chord melody.
Yeah, we're pretty much at the bottom of that. I started to also pick out just I was going to do a separate chord melody that just focused it. Well, actually, I was writing it out in two parts for one person to go off and play the chords and another person to pick the melody over the top, which I'll put that in as well. So I finished that. But again, actually, it'd be good to get your input on this. So whenever I start to, I pick out the sheet music and I start to work out the notes on a ukulele, I always run into the problem that I don't have enough fretboard really. And so I'll start a song, and this one starts, the song actually starts with an open C. And very quickly you run into, I need to go a little bit lower than that. So now I had to move all my notes up an octave if I want to keep it in C. So we're starting on 3, up to fret 10, down to 3. Then we have 5, 7, 8. Back to 5. No, we're not back to 5. Back to 7.
Yeah.
Then to 5. 5, 7, 8, 7, 5. My timing's all over the shop because I'm trying to talk over it. But yeah, and that actually, this is probably the first time that I've ever shifted everything up an octave. I think it still works okay. That. So we'll also put out with this the 2 tabs. So we'll put out the chords for strumming, and I'll put out this solo part as well. So if you want to play with a friend or something like that, that would work. I think we're going to have too difficult a time trying to record this over Zoom with you playing the chords and me playing the melody. I think sometimes,
yeah, could be a bit of lag, so it's not going to work out. But we could put the 2 together. Yeah,
I'm going to blame my poor timing on lag, actually.
All right, so that's everything covered then.
Yes, I think that's it for lesson 1, and hopefully you found it useful. I guess we're going to keep trying to do this. So take a song, show different ways to play it, but we're also open to suggestion as well. So if you are subscribed and finding it useful and you have a particular problem or anything like that,
Yeah.
drop us a message and we'll see if we can incorporate that into a lesson as well.
Yeah, yeah. Another thing that we could do as well is when you've got hundreds of these songs that people are playing in A minor, A minor, F, C, and G. Like you say, if we don't have the range to play it, it's just to try to play it in a different key as well and see what keys might work. Not always having to use a capo, but changing the keys and seeing if that works better for your singing voice or if it works better for a chord melody. We could always have a look at that as well.
That would be a good one. Weirdly, because I came from playing guitar to uke, you did the same. Yeah. I actually use a capo a lot on a guitar and never on a ukulele. I never ever use a capo. Mainly because I don't have. Well, it's not mainly because I don't have one. I have a guitar one that's huge and it just weighs the uke down. But actually, I find it a lot easier to transpose when it comes to uke and to shift it to a slightly easier key. But yeah, we could pick that up on another lesson, I think.
Yeah,
so that's it for lesson 1. So hopefully you found something useful, and we'll be back soon. I don't exactly know when we'll be back yet. We've not sorted that out exactly yet, have we?
No, but soon. Let's say soon.
We'll call it soon. You can't go wrong with soon.
No, okay. So if this is episode 1, maybe it won't be episode 1 in the end. Maybe it end up being episode 10 or something like that.
Yeah, great. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah, cheers then. Bye bye.